The future of military operations is mobile, distributed, and fully networked. Troops will be asked to operate in remote, increasingly austere environments and told to both collect and process a tremendous amount of information. This will be assisted by vehicles that U.S. and allied forces will use to gather information, carry supplies, and augment missions. Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Kessens with the U.S. Army Research Laboratory, and I'm here to walk you through a sample problem set and scenario for the Off the Beaten Path Hackathon. We came up with this challenge to address a problem that military vehicles will face in complex missions. Basically, the problem boils down to this. How does a vehicle operating in uncertain terrain understand the difference between an immovable rock blocking its path and a brush pile that can be pushed through? How can it process these differences, adjust course, and meet its mission parameters all at the same time? Can it do this with minimal human intervention? Ground vehicle autonomy is a rapidly growing field, and every day we see new technologies emerge from the commercial sector. However, autonomous military vehicles face a number of challenges beyond those of the private sector and need a separate set of protocols and technologies to achieve their mission. I'll give you a sample mission to illustrate it further. Imagine U.S. troops operating in a humanitarian assistance disaster response situation in a foreign country. During these missions, U.S. forces routinely provide supplies, logistics, and assistance to the requesting state. These disasters can range from storm response, like the Category 5 Typhoon Haiyan that hit the Philippines in 2013, to force majeure, like the magnitude 7.8 Gorkha earthquake that hit Nepal in 2015. Now imagine a fleet of autonomous military vehicles supporting U.S. forces in these operations. These machines could augment existing forces by ferrying supplies or conducting urban search and rescue. It could also relay all of that information back to the controllers at a headquarters to help optimize force distribution and placement. But these missions could be hampered by literal on-the-ground conditions. GPS could provide navigation, but a road that once was fully there may not exist anymore because of the disaster, or it may be blocked by debris. Communications could become intermittent because of buildings or other barriers, which means that the vehicle must be able to operate fully autonomously while staying within its mission parameters. On top of that, the hardware itself must be rugged enough to take a beating in these potentially unstable environments. As you think about the use cases for these vehicles, think through other potential challenges these vehicles will face, and of course talk to the mentors who will have experience in both the missions and the existing technology. Here's my colleague Mike DiPaolo, who will talk through the concept of trusted autonomy.
Hi everybody, I'm Mike DiPaolo. I work in the autonomy portfolio within the Office of the Undersecretary of Defense. I'm here to talk about part of the challenge for this hackathon relating to the concept of trusted autonomy. Part of this hackathon is centered on designing a system that can operate autonomously, but is capable of doing so safely with minimal human intervention. This means that the system should be secured from forms of cyber attack, and that the operator should have confidence that the system will be able to perform its mission without interference. The system should be able to provide adequate feedback to its operator and adjust course should there be any sort of deviation. The U.S. military is placing increased focus on the concept of trusted autonomy, given the number of systems that are being developed and the varying mission sets that those systems will undoubtedly take on. They may range from basic things like collision avoidance to more complex missions like the ones that Chad outlined earlier. As you think about the concepts and solutions for this hackathon, think about how you would design a system to solve the problem at hand for missions that take this concept of trusted autonomy into account. In particular, think about the system when a vehicle does get hacked. What sorts of fail-safes could be built in to help restore it back to its original operating capabilities and return it to its original missions?